Scott Benner started the Juicebox Podcast to share what was working for his daughter. Millions of listens later, he's still doing exactly that. Tonight, he's joining us, and we think you're going to like what comes next.
Let's go! Let's go!
Hey, welcome everybody to the SugarPixel new product announcement. I'm Scott Benner from the Juicebox Podcast, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you today. I've heard from all of you about how much SugarPixel has helped you, and I think you're going to love what's coming next. We have a SugarPixel in our house, and what you're just going to see next, I'm hoping I'm going to get one too soon, but why don't we find out? Why don't we invite John in from SugarPixel, and he can let us know if I'm going to get a SugarPixel and when you guys are going to get one and what it's all about.
Hey, Scott. Thank you so much for being part of this tonight.
That's a ton of fun. I wouldn't miss it.
So tonight we are launching two new SugarPixels, which I think we've made people aware of through our socials. So we're going to just start with one, then go to the other. Both of them have been a year in development. So we've actually been working on this for pretty much the entire last year. Right. There's a lot that goes in between hardware and software. I don't know if everybody knows that, but we don't build just software to throw it on a device. We have to start from literally nothing. Make the hardware, make the software on top of that. For the same reasons that Apple builds their own iPhones and their own iPhone software, because if you control everything, you can ensure it works as you expect. I mean, that's when you're making a product for alerts, that's what you need to happen.
Well, John, I love your enthusiasm. I love what you've done for the community. I know later today we're going to talk about some stuff that you and I are doing together for the rest of the year that I'm excited to tell people about. Before we jump in, though, just give me the tiniest bit, just 30 seconds of background. What got you into this? Why did you think about this? And how's it progressed the way it has?
So my daughter Lily was diagnosed 8 years ago when she was 12, and we've been a company for 4 years now. So when she was 16, she's 20 now. When she was 16, I had the thought in my head, oh my gosh, my wife and I are waking her up for her alerts overnight. And she's less than 2 years from going off to college, potentially living on her own in a dorm, an apartment. I realized we needed something that had to wake her up on her own without a parent there. So that's what launched the whole thing. We didn't know if this was just something our family needed or if it was something that every family needed. So we started slow. Fast forward 4 years later, it's obviously something that every family needs.
Yeah. Well, we got two things to show people tonight. Let's start right now with the Mini.
All right. So this is SugarPixel Mini. Some of our green screen effects caused some issues with the text. Apologize for that. So I'll just hold it up to the current SugarPixel so you can get a size feel. Between the two. It's
shorter,
about the same around, but it is about half of the height. It's highly portable, way more portable than the current SugarPixel. But we made this for the primary reason to come up with a SugarPixel that still gives you the alerts, I don't know if this will pick up through the mic. So the same SugarPixel alerts that people know, but at a more affordable price point. And we'll get into all of that later. So this is a refinement to the SugarPixel. We have kept the emoji screens that everybody has come to know, but they are more high def than they are because even though it's smaller, it's actually a high def screen on it.
Okay. And will it support the vibrating too?
Yes, it will, and we'll touch on that after the next product. So we'll circle back to that one.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So the next product. Now you're talking about a bit. I don't want to give it away yet, but I want to ask why you thought there needed to be something else. Like, why is that not perfect enough? We don't need anything else.
If you are just looking for, hey, I need the best alert to wake me up, this is SugarPixel Mini is going to do it, just like the current SugarPixel does today.
Okay.
We felt like we could do so much more with the SugarPixel than what we can do with the Mini, though.
Okay. All right. So we're going to look at the SugarPixel Plus, and you guys should look out because I'm very excited to tell you that I have a character in this. John came to me and said, would you like to be a pirate in SugarPixel Plus? I said, absolutely. But instead of a parrot, could my pirate have a chameleon? So let's see what he was able to work out. This is the SugarPixel Plus.
Thank you, Rivet. Now we would like you to meet our new software, our new hardware, all of it for you. SugarPixel Plus works where you are, any Wi-Fi, anywhere. The alerts you already trust. Now speak your glucose, survive a power loss, go wireless, and shake the bed. The 8.68-inch touchscreen shows more than your number. Glucose graphs and pump data, immersive imagery that shifts with your glucose, and a world of encouragement living inside SugarPixel Plus. That encouragement is Pixel Pal's world. Characters from around the world, each with a story to tell, each one responding to your glucose, encouraging you when things are steady, and even when they're not. Meet Isla, the explorer from Santorini, Greece. Mochi, the red panda born in the bamboo forests of Sichuan, China. And even Captain Scott, the host of Captain of the Juicebox Pirates. With characters from every corner of the world, there's always one that feels like yours. And through partnerships with the Juicebox Podcast, integrated diabetes services, touched by type 1, children with diabetes, and beyond type 1, the story doesn't end there. The Pixel Pals website is a tap away to ongoing character stories of encouragement and hope, alongside free education resources to inspire and improve life with diabetes. And the Pixel Pals website is free for everyone, because support for people living with diabetes doesn't come with a price tag. SugarPixel Plus. More display, more alerts, more peace of mind, more for your family, more for every moment that matters, more for the life you're living.
John, that made me cry. Why did that make me cry? I'm so sorry. I was really emotional. I'm just so happy to see somebody doing something like this for people. Please tell us about it.
We all had a lot of emotionality when we were developing this because it's about more than just the number. So this is SugarPixel Plus. I realize my screen is getting a little blurry. Hang on a second. Sorry, technical difficulties as a tech company. All right. Am I still blurry though? Okay. We'll just keep.
I think it's my crying.
Yeah, we'll
I
just
might have
keep
messed up the video.
going and try and deal with the technical glitches that we have going on here. I want to talk about the hardware before we talk about the software, just because I think what's happening is the camera seeing the screen is causing that blur. So it is an 8.68-inch touchscreen. For comparison, this is an iPad mini. So it is pretty much about the same size as an iPad mini.
Yeah.
We have built-in MagSafe compatibility. So this is the stand that it comes with, but you can also attach it with any MagSafe compatible stand mount, not a charger, but mount it anywhere you need to. It has dual speakers, so speakers on both sides, a snooze button on the top, and another power button up there. And then inside is the biggest hardware improvement. And this is why you asked me the question, why do we need two, why do we need both, two different devices? There's some things you just can't do at certain price points. We really wanted to solve a lot of the things that our own family needs and that we've heard from others. The biggest one of those is Wi-Fi. So SugarPixel Plus connects to 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, which is the two standard home Wi-Fis. It connects to university Wi-Fi and workplace Wi-Fi, where you have the username and password, and it connects to hotel Wi-Fi and public Wi-Fi. So if you walk into a Starbucks, the login screen shows up directly on SugarPixel Plus right in the Wi-Fi panel to allow you to do whatever you need to do. Enter your email or type in your hotel room number to connect to the Wi-Fi. Also inside is, I don't know if you noticed, I do not have this plugged in. So we do have a battery inside. So this is a full, it will keep running even through a power loss. The other thing that I want to, actually one more thing to show on the back of this, which I will show you the software. We even included a night light. So that little light right there, how many times have you been fumbling around in the dark because you need to open a juice box, treat a loaf, find the insulin pen, whatever, you're fumbling around in the dark, trying to be able to treat the reason the alert went off. So the SugarPixel nightlight actually can turn on automatically during alerts. So that's the one reason. We basically looked at this over the course of a year and said, what else can we include in it?
Right.
Not, here's the bare minimum number of features. It was a complete blue sky. And then earlier I mentioned, we'll circle back to vibration alerts. So we do have a new vibration alert. We have built our own full bed shaker. So this, I mean, you can see how big it is just compared to my hand. This goes under the mattress, but it's not just, so it is USB, but it doesn't have to plug into SugarPixel. So SugarPixel has a wireless alert adapter. If people are familiar with Sidekick that we released last year for the SugarPixel Classic that had to plug into SugarPixel, This pairs over Bluetooth to SugarPixel Plus or SugarPixel Mini. So this can run a bed shaker, our bed shaker. It can run a light or a fan. We've created that for accessibility for deaf and others, so they can have a fan blowing on their face overnight if they need that for an additional alert. But because it's wireless, you can have your SugarPixel across the room on a dresser, for instance, and still have the bed shaker under your bed. They don't have to be attached.
That's awesome.
So with that, unless you have any more hardware questions, I mean,
John, what did you go to school for? How did you come up with all this?
You don't want to know the answer. I think a lot. Let me switch over to a screen share.
Yeah, let's find. Yeah. Let's look at the rest of it. Oh my gosh.
And I am dropping stuff all over the place.
You got all this done in just a year?
It's been a lot of work over the course of a year.
I bet. I bet.
So what you're seeing right now is 4 user modes. So right out of the gate, we support 1 to 4 users, and we are working on camp, school, clinic mode that will support massive numbers of users. Potentially hundreds for some of the diabetes camps, so that they can, with one SugarPixel device, they can follow and track everybody on there.
Oh, wow.
So let me just, with these 4 shown, I'm going to just walk through some of the menus. I'm actually going to start by deleting these other users. I just wanted everybody to see sort of what 4 users looks like. You'll see the screen updates as I'm getting rid of these users. And we will just start.
John, this is you doing this in real time, right? This isn't a video we're watching.
Yeah, I have SugarPixel screen shared to the laptop in real time.
Awesome.
So now with just 1 user, looking at the screen, obviously front and center, your blood glucose. At the bottom, and I apologize, I need to bring my screen forward. On the left, you have, you can't see the, I had to move your photo for a minute so people could see. We have a front-facing camera. So you can take a picture of your child. If you have multiple users, you can take photos of each user and they will show up with their photo. Next to that, name, minutes since the last reading, and a refresh button if you lose connection during like sensor warm up and you don't want to wait for SugarPixel to reconnect on its own, you can jump right into that. Big new thing next to that in the lower dock is IOB and COB. So SugarPixel Plus supports the same CGMs that SugarPixel and SugarPixel Mini support, being Dexcom, Libre, Night Scout, and Gluru. SugarPixel Plus also supports Twist and is direct through the Insight follower system. So if you are using Twist, you can get your IOB and COB directly on SugarPixel. If you are using Night Scout or Gluru and have pump data, so any of the loopers out there, the Trio users out there, can have their IOB and COB displayed directly on SugarPixel. We are planning to, over the next year, that is going to be our primary focus, is getting more pump data connections available. And I also want to say, with Twist, you can follow, if you're a Twist user on Eversense, you can get your readings on SugarPixel also. So this will be the first device out there that can show Eversense readings other than their own app for anything.
John, how many items can it attach? Can Bluetooth attach to?
How many items?
Yeah, can you do Bluetooth at once? Like how much?
Well, so it downloads over Wi-Fi, similar to how like the Dexcom Follow app works. So the only Bluetooth connection is to the alert adapter. and you can
Okay.
connect multiple alert adapters to SugarPixel.
Multiple.
Multiple,
Okay.
yeah. SugarPixel Mini, because it is a lower hardware, can only support one alert adapter that can be used with a bed shaker or another device, but the Plus can support multiples.
I see.
The other thing that we have on screen is a full 24-hour graph that you can change through between 3 to 24 hours. You will always see a 3-hour graph on the bottom of your screen, but if you need to expand that, you can expand that. Now to look at some of the alert features. If people have used SugarPixel, they're going to be very familiar with these. Ascending alerts works similar to SugarPixel. Audio works similar. We do now have 4 randomized alert tones though, so they are actually still fully randomized, but unique in their own right. In the video, we said your SugarPixel can now speak your glucose. So during an alert, if you choose to enable this, SugarPixel will pause the audio, speak your glucose, and then start playing the audio again and do that in a cycle. And if you have multiple users, it will actually read you the name of the person who's alerting. So it'll read, for instance, Lily is 93 steady, and she's the one that's alerting. With spoken glucose, we do also have an accessibility feature, which I've found myself using all the time, where you can you can enable it to long press the snooze button at any time. Actually, not a long press, you just press the snooze button at any time to speak your glucose. So in the middle of the night, you roll over, you don't even have to look. You reach over, tap the button, and it'll speak your glucose out loud.
That's awesome. John, we're about the same age. You must have had one of those little digital clocks that talk too when you were a kid like I did.
I did. I did.
Yeah, I bet. This is awesome, man. Congratulations. This is
Thank
really
you.
wonderful.
Thanks. We're super excited. I mean,
I bet you are.
every idea we had, we tried to put in here.
Yeah, you did it.
The alert adapters, that's what I mentioned before. You can pair multiple, so you can have one with a bed shaker. You can have 2 bed shakers. It's going to be dependent on the house, how far that Bluetooth range will go. When you're pairing it, it shows you a signal bars meter. So in my own house, like I can run it with a bed shaker in one bedroom and the SugarPixel in another bedroom.
Like for the child and for the parent, maybe.
Yes, yes. So if you wanted an extra bed shaker, for instance, you could have the SugarPixel in the child's room and the bed shaker in the parent's room, so they're waking up also.
Right, right.
And then the night light is what I mentioned before on the back. So you pick the amount of time you want that light to automatically turn on. When you alert, it'll automatically turn on the night light. So when you wake up, you can find your juice box, your glucose tabs, whatever you need, and it'll auto shut off after that much time, or you can turn it off manually ahead of time. And we're super excited about these next 2 system alerts. These aren't glucose alerts. One is a power loss. And actually, I just realized I didn't tell you about another alert in the regular alerts. So the alert adapters with both SugarPixel Plus and SugarPixel Mini have Guardian mode. Guardian mode tells the alert adapter to monitor the SugarPixel itself. So should you ever unplug your SugarPixel on accident and it powers off in the middle of the night, the bed shaker can go off on its own without even a SugarPixel being connected to it. That's what Guardian mode is. We've heard from so many parents, hey, this thing's great. My kid unplugs it instead of snoozing it. So now if that happens, the bed shaker is going to give some short vibrations every 30 minutes after it's been disconnected for up to 3 hours. So every 30 minutes, it'll do some notification buzzes.
That's awesome.
Okay, system alerts. Because we have a battery, we can now monitor the state of your home power. and we can alert you if your power goes out and does not come back on before SugarPixel would have to shut off. So there's no longer going to be a case where you wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night and you haven't had power and haven't had readings for who knows how long, and your kid is low and you didn't know about it. So SugarPixel can alert you if power hasn't been restored before the battery
gives up.
would give up and shut off.
Do you have a feeling for how long the battery will last in that scenario?
In my testing, the biggest thing it depends on is actually the screen being on versus off. And we do have a full mode to shut off the actual hardware light of the screen overnight. So it can last a really long time on battery, like potentially even entirely overnight. And then because we're now allowing it to connect to hotels, if you're relying on hotel Wi-Fi, we all know that can be sketchy. You could wake up in the middle of the night and it kicked you off and you have to, retype in your room number and last name. The public Wi-Fi alert can activate if you are relying on alerts and the public Wi-Fi disconnects. So it's smart enough to know, hey, first you're on a hotel Wi-Fi. Second, you are currently relying on alerts. You have a low alert enabled and it's the middle of the night and the hotel Wi-Fi shuts off. This can alert you for that.
Wow.
I want to jump. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, but I spent a lot of time in hotels, and you come back in the room and you're disconnecting. You don't realize it. They kick you off all the time. Oh, okay.
All the time.
I see the okay.
And when the Wi-Fi disconnects, I mentioned before, all the hotel stuff that you have to accept shows up right in the Wi-Fi panel. It's basically in this area that's the right side menu you see on the screen. So it'll pop up right with the hotel page that you have to accept the terms of. Related to talking about the power loss, the Wi-Fi loss, things like that. This is probably the feature I'm most excited for. We're a very small company and we could not pull it off even within a year. So it is coming as a public preview later this year. I don't have an exact date, but we have done initial testing on it. It's called handoff mode. And with handoff mode, we realized, hey, we've got a battery inside SugarPixel. It can stay running. The only problem is your home Wi-Fi's out because your power's out in your house. So using handoff mode, you can pair your phone to your SugarPixel. And anytime SugarPixel cannot get a reading over Wi-Fi, it will ping your phone to ask your phone to grab a reading, which your phone will also not have Wi-Fi at the time, but it will grab it off of mobile data. So at any time, if your power goes out, your SugarPixel could continue running fully with readings and alerts, even during a full power outage. That's also basically camping in the car, semi-drivers on the dashboard. So many use cases for handoff mode that we're super excited about to see people trying and testing out. And I realized did your video disappear?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. You don't need me. I can still see. This is really stunning. Fantastic stuff. Wait, just so I make sure I understand. If SugarPixel loses the internet, it just jumps to my phone to get the data?
Yes, so it'll use Bluetooth over your phone to get the data right from there.
And that stays connected constantly, and only when it needs it does it use it?
Only when it needs it. So if SugarPixel loses Wi-Fi and can't get a reading, it will search for the paired phone, and if the paired phone is within Bluetooth range, it'll automatically try and grab that reading.
That's astonishing. Did you mention earlier what pumps are supported with the pump data?
So right now, today, it is Twist users, Night Scout, and Guru users who have pump data. So it really doesn't matter how they have that pump data, whether it be a DIY connection, an unofficial connection, if there is active current pump data in it. So pretty much all of the loopers, Android APS, Trio, plus some of the others that might be using some of the workaround methods to get other pump data real time into Night Scout. But we are looking to expand that, over the next year.
And did you approach Twist about this?
We'll have that conversation at another time.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about who else you might be talking to. Don't tease me, John. That's fine. Okay. Well, what else? What else do people need to know about this?
All right. So the big things. The whole second half of the video was all about Pixel Pals, and so this is the displays. Every user gets their own theme. So when I had multiple users, each one could be displayed on their own. The first types of themes actually before Pixel Pals are Sugarscapes. These are for the people that want something to sit on the counter, to not be as distracting. They're nature themes, cosmos, abstract, even for some of the teenagers, superhero themes, sports themes. All of these, like everything on SugarPixel, are color-coded. So the colors, the primary colors that are showing in these images, that's your range. And just like the current SugarPixel, you can tweak what your range is for each of those colors to display. So let me just make that artificially low. So all of the images change color coding based on your current range. So with that, you don't, oops, I turned off the wrong thing. You don't even need to necessarily show your glucose all the time. If you don't want people to see your glucose, but you still want that quick glance, am I in range? Am I high? Am I low? It's right there. And at any time you can tap on the screen. I can't actually do it with the screen sharing connection, but you can tap on the screen. Actually, I might be able to do it here. So I don't know if you're seeing, but I'll hold it.
We see it, yeah.
Yeah, so when you tap on the screen, it'll temporarily show your reading, and then it goes back away. So if you just want something in the family room, not in your face, these are all color-coded, and they're all changing as your glucose changes.
Yeah, just kind of glowing in the color that tells you where you're at. Really, that's wonderful.
Now let me flip this back to these, and we will talk about Pixel Pals.
Oh yeah, let's get to the part about me. Go ahead.
Well, let me see if you show up with Adventure Crew.
Okay,
No,
never
it's
mind.
Rafa. Scott wasn't joking. He really is a character that will show up on your SugarPixel, as is my daughter Lily. So there are two real-life characters that these are based on, and one is Scott and one is Lily. So all of the Pixel Pals groups are theme related. The Adventure Crew is similar to like the Indiana Jones. You have for the STEM people, the Bolt Buddies. For the creatives, Color Pop kids, they're all painters and artists. These are actually some of my favorite. I made them as for the younger kids first, but then I came up with some really cool animations and stills that I actually enjoy using this one. Juicebox Pirates, Splash Squad for the ocean animals, Star Pals for the space explorers, and then Sugar Paws, which is a group of basically furry friends. You can see here, this character is Barry. So they are not just stills, they're fully animated. And sometimes you're gonna get a still, sometimes you're gonna get an animation. When you get a still image, they will tell you about the character. So our whole goal with this is the kids are going to start identifying with certain characters, and every reading gets new information about that character. You can even tap the little book icon in the corner scan the QR code, and go directly to the Pixel Pals website, which has stories and education and more for that character. So with that, I actually want to switch this screen share over to the website. Give me just 1 second. So this is the Pixel Pals website, and this actually should be live within the next few minutes. So we had our entire site offline today so that we could get all of this rolled out. It is right in the middle of the menu on SugarPixel.com. And this matches the groups you've seen that I showed on the SugarPixel with all the characters if you go into each group, and with stories and education for each character. So these aren't just, hey, we made a fancy looking character as an image. We made characters that have full histories behind them. Isla was born in Santorini, Greece. She grew up, her father was worked at a lighthouse, and that leads her entire life. And with these stories, if I just come up to this mark on the wall story, all of the stories have diabetes connections. And at the end of every story, we have a caregivers section. These are going to be the metaphors, the analogies that were introduced in the story. They're going to be things you can talk to your kids about, things to help build their motivation, help encourage them, help them manage diabetes better, help them transition to independence. I mean, all kinds. It covers a wide range of it. So it has details in every single story about what the story models, conversation starters for parents, and then sort of what our goals were with each of these stories. Now, alongside these is the second half of the website, which is all the partners that you saw in the video, you obviously being one. We're so appreciative, Scott, of you with Juicebox, Beyond Type 1, Integrated Diabetes, Touched by Type 1, and Children with Diabetes. We approached all of you guys about allowing us to share your resources integrated with SugarPixel. So all of the education section of the Pixel Pals website is all from the partners. And these are handpicked education articles from all the partners covering a wide range of topics. And how we have done this to bring them into the Pixel Pals world is every education topic is also related to a character and introduced by a character. So people can get the education woven right into the stories of those characters, including that character's personality based on what the article is even talking about for the education. And then every education article has a link. I know one of the things I see all the time on the Juicebox Facebook page, hey, does anybody know what episode talks about whatever X? Because you have so much content that it can sometimes be challenging for new people to find specific dedicated episodes on one topic. So we've gone through and picked single topics that relate directly to each of the education articles. So once they read the education, they can then go listen to a dedicated podcast episode related to that.
John, this is just wonderful. I hope you're proud of yourself.
you.
This is really quite an accomplishment.
Thank you.
Jen, are you going to have enough of these when all these people jump off this video in a little bit and try to order this, or what's going to happen? Yeah.
We are. I really hope.
So when do I get one? Forget them for a second.
So the one that I showed, interesting story. Lily, can you grab me the box? The one that I held up and the one that I'm using for my screen sharing arrived today at 3 p.m. These are the first 2 units off of the production assembly line. So
Wow.
these were hey, we have to run just a couple, make sure every detail of the hardware is correct, every detail of the software, the firmware is correct, before we say, okay, build all of them. So in the exciting piece of news is we gave that approval to the production line just before we started this live stream tonight.
Wow. You would think there's 50 people over there working with you, the way you get things done. I'm not kidding. Listen, everyone, I'm very proud to know John and be friends with him and to tell you about what we're doing together in a second. But he is a tireless advocate and a hardworking, really thoughtful person who I'm sure is going to be embarrassed now while I'm saying this. But it takes a special person to come up with this and see it through to that thing sitting in that box right there. It's really something, man. Yeah, good for you.
Hey, Scott, can I rewind for a minute? Because I realized I missed something.
I mean, I don't see why not. It's your live stream. Go ahead. I'm just here for being pretty. Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to
what did you forget to talk about? What did you want to bring up?
So I just need to. Can you see the?
I see Naomi right now.
Okay. I am trying to get it switched back. Okay. So
I could do what I do when somebody drops out on the podcast. I'm sorry, go ahead. I usually just sing to myself, but you can go ahead.
The one thing I forgot to mention was unicorns. And I don't think.
Oh yeah, how'd you leave that out?
I don't think this is still synced to the screen share. Let me see if I can.
I'm sorry.
Switch it.
I can try to mimic.
I'm sorry, everybody. We are having some technical difficulties.
John, while you're doing that, I'll fill in for a second, let you know that I actually took it very seriously when people told me that they were having trouble getting to all my content, and I just built a page on my website that's powered by an AI model that when you type in real language, it looks through 450 episodes of the podcast, and it matches it with over 500 most commonly asked questions that people have about type 1 diabetes to match you up with content from the podcast. It's really
That's fabulous. So unicorn, you want to see the unicorn, Scott? Everybody, we lost Scott. We will let him join back in when he can. I am just going to change this reading down to match the unicorn level. Scott's coming back online. Welcome back. So with unicorns, every Pixel Pal, you muted yourself, Scott. You're muted on your end. Every Pixel Pal and every SugarScape has unicorn celebration modes. With the Pixel Pals, they are all animated and part of the character, part of the entire theme. And with SugarScapes, they are different depending on what SugarScape you're using. For instance, sports, they're all trophy moments. Abstract actually has abstract unicorns in them. So this is all optional, but you can actually fully configure this, and any of the SugarScapes or Pixel Pals you pick will have dedicated custom unicorn animations that go right along with that to celebrate with you. Scott, he's coming back. Are you back?
I mean, was I the only one gone?
Yeah, you were the only one gone. We were stumbling through it.
I was trying to talk about my website and I got disconnected. I thought, oh, he doesn't want me talking about my thing, I guess. But,
No,
I'm teasing you.
I showed everyone the unicorns
Awesome.
on the different Pixel Pals while you were trying to get back in.
I'm glad everyone didn't get kicked out, just me. So that's awesome. So what are we up to? You want to talk about what we're doing next, or how they order? What do you think?
Yeah,
it fits
so
well here after this happens?
let's chat about pricing now. So let me just flip
Okay.
this over. So SugarPixel Mini is, realized it fell on the floor, $85 US. Now pricing, if you're watching globally, Europe, Australia, some other countries might be different due to VAT there, but basically US pricing, SugarPixel Mini is $85. What we realized over the last 4 years of making SugarPixel was a lot of people didn't use our vibration puck. Some didn't even use the alerts. They just wanted a quick display to glance over. So we wanted to separate the vibration alerts, the wireless alert adapter, from the base SugarPixel to keep it more affordable for the people that don't want or need that extras.
Okay.
So then with the bed shaker, SugarPixel Mini is $120. So we also try to keep that right as close to the current SugarPixel as possible. The SugarPixel Plus is $175, and that is the SugarPixel, the stand, charge cable, wall charger, with the bed shaker $210. And both should be shipping in late May. So they're available to order right now, and they'll be shipping in late May. The SugarPixel Classic is still available. These didn't just obsolete the SugarPixel Classic. If you want the more affordable route and need 2 users, SugarPixel Classic is the way to go. We just couldn't fit the multi-users on such a smaller screen of the Mini.
Okay.
So that, for the people that have a SugarPixel already, it's not going away tomorrow. It's not automatically obsolete because of the new ones.
Okay. Awesome. And they can order now on your website. Is that those sites back up live?
The site should be back up live. I've been talking to you, so I don't actually know, but sugarpixel.com.
Want me to look? Hold on a second. I'll take a look. It's live. You're good. So you can order now. Delivery on the Plus is end of May. How about the Mini? Same
Plus
time frame?
and the Mini. The Plus and the Mini are both shipping later in May.
Wonderful. That's really wonderful. Well, I'd love to talk to people a little bit, unless you think there's something we left out about some of the things they could see us at coming up over. I feel like we're just going to be on an airplane this summer. But John and I are kind of joining forces at some conferences, ADA, ADCES, Friends for Life, where if you're used to seeing John there, he's going to have a big booth, a really big booth, and I'm going to be there too. We're going to be doing, John's of course going to be showing people SugarPixel. I'm going to be talking to clinicians about how to use my website to find the content that they need. And we are also going to be doing a lot of interviews and having conversations, maybe some live streams even from the booth directly. Some names you might know, Lane Desborough, Kate Farnsworth from Twist, Scott Johnson, who's got, I started blogging. Scott already had a blog. He's been around forever. He's with me. There's Curry Murphy from Follow T1Ds. Blue Loop's going to be there. My favorite organization, Touched by Type 1. And those of you who listen to the podcast, Jenny Smith's going to be there from Integrated Diabetes Services, and we're going to be having a ton of conversations. We're also going to be talking to somebody from Omnipod, I think at every one of the events. And for those of you who listen to my Fox in the Loop House episodes, Kenny Fox will be at ADA. So we're going to have a ton of great conversations, and we're going to kind of join forces, and I'm just going to feed off John's energy the whole time.
For anyone that might be going to any of those, ADA, Friends for Life, or ADCES, we're also just going to have some sort of Scott and I sit down, ask us anything, recordings, live streams. So if you are there, definitely stop by and watch for those.
And there'll be schedules up at the booth to let people know when we're doing what, if they want to stop by, be an audience for some of these, or just be involved. We'd love to see everybody there. It's going to be exciting, right? I'm excited. I'm leaving. I don't think I should tell you where I'm going next week, but I'm doing something next week, and then all this begins. I feel like the summer is going to go by just like that. But I think it's going to be great spending it with you, John, and I really do look forward to it.
Yeah, me too. And for anybody that might be going to PENS tomorrow, Pediatric Endocrine Nursing Conference in Columbus, we will be there tomorrow. So that will be the first chance, if anyone happens to be there, where we will have all of the new ones on display to see and touch in person.
Awesome. John, you are quietly in the background impacting a lot of people's lives in a super positive way. And now I hear SugarPixel comes out of people's mouths. Every time someone's newly diagnosed, someone jumps in and tells them, you should listen to the Juicebox podcast. You should get yourself a SugarPixel. I see it happen constantly. And that is a great indication of how valuable what you made is. And, you know, I don't know, like it feels like you thought of everything while you were going through the hardware and the software. I thought, I don't think you missed anything.
Well, but speaking of that, I got a text while we were talking. I missed something. So I'm going to flip back one more time to the on-screen.
I'm going to get kicked off again, but go ahead. Right.
Demo. Hopefully not.
Bye, everybody.
So people were asking about night mode.
Yeah.
The night display mode. So similar to SugarPixel, and I just wanted to show this briefly, is you can set what time night starts. You won't be able to see it on the screen. So
I don't know if I'm the only one noticing that, or if I'm frozen. And
let me just do it.
Should I not?
Let me do it this way.
Oh,
the green screen. When you set night mode, there is also a simplified theme. It can auto switch to a simplified theme. There is also a red color filter. So you can flip to automatically shift not just the brightness, but a red color filter. And then there is a full screen off. And when you tap it, it turns on for 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, the screen will shut right back off. So it turns off the lights. So I just wanted to get a text, hey, you didn't show that. So I wanted to show that.
Well, can I tell people a secret, John? You were going to be a character in there, but he was going to be a mad scientist with a bunch of hair. But because you weren't able to come through on that side, we had to leave you out. But I just imagine you around your house thinking, we could also make the screen red. We could put a night mode on it. Is any of your family there? Have they ever heard you run through the room yelling, you know what we should do?
Yes, and I sometimes get some crazy looks. For the people interested, I am a character, but not a Pixel Pal, but I am in one of the stories. So keep an eye out in the stories. So I'm in one of the stories.
John, I'm clapping for you. This is well done and really exciting. I mean, you held a nice audience during a live stream 4 years past COVID, which is really something difficult to do. So people must have been incredibly excited. I share their excitement. I can't wait to get mine. So really just
Thanks,
wonderful.
Scott.
Man. Yeah,
and
100%.
Thank you for being part of this. And we are so looking forward to the conferences this summer, having you at our booth, part of our booth.
Absolute no-brainer. Anybody who knows you knows it was a no-brainer to say yes. And so I was thrilled you asked me, sincerely.
Great.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I made this hard with you. I'm the one who said to John, like, if we put a green screen behind it, we could both have like a thing behind us. And then he's like, now the thing doesn't show. So I feel like I messed it up. But this is really was a great use of this hour. I hope people got a ton out of it. If they have more questions, through your website's the best way?
Yep, there's a little chat. If they have questions about the product, there's a little chat button on the home screen on any product page. They can just tap that and send us. Word of warning, we are leaving tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for a conference. So it might be a little delayed tomorrow in replying.
Okay. Wow, John, wonderful. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, everybody, I think that's all we have for you tonight. Feel free to reach out and check the website, sugarpixel.com.
Take care, everyone.